Hi and welcome to TicketyPrue. Today I'm going to be answering a few questions that people have asked me throughout the whole series. And I'm quite excited about this actually because there's a few things that I've not been able to touch on, and I don't know, for me that's quite exciting. I've said exciting a few too many times now, it's starting to not sound like a real word. Oh, what do you think of the new hair, by the way? Slightly longer, a little bit deeper. Oh, little shoulder action there, a little bit weird. I've been banned in the 1800s, well, for a lot of things probably, but you know, there we go. If a shoulder's the least of my problems, then there we go. I'm happy with that. Right, so here we go. Somebody has asked me what the highlight of my journey has been. I would say, in all honesty, there's two pivotal bits that stick out. Hold on, wine. Two pivotal bits that stick out, and actually there was within the same sort of month, in all honesty. The first was when my best friend got married last year in April. It was, I would say, my first big event with, you know, like lots of family and friends there, and I was best woman, so I had to stand up in front of all of them and do a speech, which, believe it or not, was terrifying. Absolutely mortifying, but loved every second and would not change it. That was the first bit. I just remember coming down, they got married at the lawn. So if any of you have been to the lawn, you know that the bridal party come down the grand staircase, and I was the first one to go down. I was with my godson, and I had this lovely sort of fishtail dress on and heels, right? In the middle of the staircase, so no banisters, but I just remember coming down and just feeling amazing and being so proud to be part of the day, and just, it was wonderful. That was one of the highlights. Just the love and support of just everyone was just incredible that day. Secondly, Secondly, 2 days after the wedding, we flew to Florida, and I'd remembered being there the last time, and I remember I was standing, they all like to go to, everyone who I go with is my best friend and all of his family, and they're like my second family. I love them to pieces. They go to the outlet malls, whereas me, cigarette break, I get really bored shopping, I do, but I still go, and we love it, and it's part of it, you know. So I remember standing there, and on this corner, me on a corner, who would have thought? And I just remember seeing a trans woman go past, and I just remember going, that'll be me next time. That's going to be me. And I didn't understand it at the time, because I didn't know why. You know, I tried so hard to push it all back, and, you know, no, I'm not going to do that. I don't want to do that. That's not me. It's not me. I just like doing drag, that's all. Look at me now. But I just had this weird thing come over to me going, that's going to be me next time. I'm going to do that. I'm going to be there in a maxi dress, having a cocktail with my long hair and feeling wonderful and being the woman who I am. Pretty strange for somebody who tried to push it all out, right? And then 2 days later, after the wedding, we flew to Florida, and I just remember walking into the Magic Kingdom as my true authentic self, with lots of people I love around me, and walking and seeing the castle, and seeing the castle whilst being me. It was just, I mean, Disney's magical, but for me, that was just absolute magic. Absolute magic. And I would say that is possibly one of my biggest highlights. And my friend has also asked, what was my lowest point in my journey? I would always, the lowest point is the waiting time. I started this process maybe 2.5, 3 years ago. My doctor, my GP, told me they had referred me. So there was me waiting. I'd seen lots of friends, because I'm part of a few groups in Southend online, and I'd seen loads of my friends posting, yeah, I went to the doctors not so long ago, and I've just had my not acceptance, but my welcome pack, and it's starting, and there's me like 7, 8, 9 months later with nothing, and I'm, what's going on? Like, I just want to sort of, you know, just start and go with it and get myself to where I need to be. But after a while, I'd got fed up, and I rang the gender identity clinic, and I went, look, I was referred such and such time ago. I had a confirmation letter to say that, you know, we'd send it off and all that, and then nothing. I found out that my GP hadn't actually sent it. And I had to go through the whole process again. I had to go back to the doctors. I then had to guide the doctors through legislation and documents and told them where to refer me, and, you know, they was gonna, my doctor thought it was a mental health thing at first, but luckily I had a friend there to support me as well, because I chicken out. I chicken out so bad. I am the worst chicken going. So luckily I had a friend there to support me, and they helped push me through it and help my doctor realise, and it actually finally got sent. But that was, oh God, I can't remember if it was 1st of February 2017 or 2018. I can't remember, a lot's happened, and it feels like such a blur. I can't actually remember that sort of time frame. But I remember 9 months later in the November, that's when I officially got referred. Rubbish, I know, but I'm still waiting for my first appointment. So this, I would say, is the lowest point. The fact that here I am, I have been living my life exactly who I am for at least 2.5, 3 years. I've changed documents, I've changed everything, yet nothing is happening. That's the low point, and people don't realise that. That's it. They literally sit there and think, do you know what? That person, they've woken up, I'm going to be a woman today. Boom, they're on hormones. Boom, they're booked in for surgery. Boom, they've got boobs, and, you know, they've had that, and which is not a massive thing for a lot of people. A lot of trans girls don't want to have that. A lot of trans men don't want to have that. Me personally, I do. I want it all. But that's another thing. A lot of people assume that if you are trans, you're going to have surgery down there. No, not for everyone. That does not define who you are as a trans person. That does not make you any less trans if you don't have that. If you are a trans woman, if you don't have surgery, that doesn't make you less of a woman. If you are a trans man and you don't have surgery, it does not make you less of a man. It's simple, really. But that is a part of another story, and I'm going to go way into depth in that, because trust me, I've got a lot of stuff to talk about. But no, that's my worst part. Now, who do I look up to? I'm not too sure what they mean about this. I don't know if it's just celebrities and stuff. Oh no, style icon's the next one. Who do I look up to? So I'm assuming this, who's my role models. I've got lots, absolutely lots. Not just trans women, but cisgendered women as well. So for example, my people I've always looked up to are people like Nicola Roberts. Love her, always loved her. Just, you know, other role models, India Moore, you know, Dominic Jackson, Hayley Sahart, love her, oh, love her, you know, just loads and loads of different people and amazing people, and they just, it's not the fact that they're trans, it's the fact that they are trans and fighting for things that they believe in and doing something about it, you know? I love that. That's what I like. I love that determination and, you know, motivation just to get up and make change. That's what I love. Love that. Style icon. I don't really have a style icon. I don't know. Again, I would say I've always loved a redhead, as you can tell. But my style varies. It depends on the day. I mean, one day I could wake up and feel like I want to go more like, you know, Florence Welch, Florence and the Machine, with like flowing clothes and all of that. Another day I could wake up and feel like I want to be very Brie Vanderkamp and have like quite conservative look. Or I could, you know, wake up and want to have like skirt and be like more like Nicola Roberts, or like a bodycon dress, and you know, be like that. Personal style is just a thing. I would say my personal style is me and eclectic. It's just every now and then certain things are based on different people's styles. Make sense? I hope so. But then, and they've also asked me what would my advice to others be going through the same thing as me. I would personally say, if you've not come out yet, only do it when you're ready. Don't let others push you into it, because it's a very, very scary thing to do. It's a very, very brave thing to do, and I love that. That's just, you go, do it. You do what you need to do, but only do it when you're ready. Because if you do it before you're ready, if you're forced to do it before you're ready, it can be a lot more traumatic than it has to be. And don't let anybody ever push you into it. It's a personal thing, and you will know when the time is right, so only do it when you do it, and make sure you've got, you know, don't worry about what other people are going to think. It's your life, it's you. You have to be happy with what you're doing. Forget the rest of these. They're not going to be bothered. Either way, it's you. And people that love you unconditionally will be there no matter what. So, yes, my advice is literally what I just said. Just be ready. Do it when you want to do it. Don't let anybody else get involved. It's your life. Advice to my former self. Well, you know, me like 5-10 years ago. My advice to myself would be, you're doing fine. Just because you don't understand everything yet doesn't mean you won't understand it. And yes, you're going to have some times which feel a little bit more difficult than you'd like them to be, but persevere, you will get there. And you will be happy, and you will realise that everybody you have in your life who matters is still there. And that's all that matters. Just chill, breathe, and you'll be fine. And here we are. Here we are. And other than that waiting time thing I told you about, it's going pretty well so far. But I am debating whether to do a live. I might do a live so you guys can all get your own personal questions in, and we'll do it in real time. I've not done that before. That's even scarier than this. So if you'd like that, please let me know and we will do it. Anyway, have a lovely evening, and I will speak to you soon.